Welcome!
Hey y'all, I am Jaimee Dorris, MS Congeniality. Come join me each week as I highlight the exceptional people and places of our beautiful Gulf Coast. It's candid, it's fun.
Get that Mississippi thrill with it.
Beat, you never know what's gonna happen. Prepare to be surprised with me, Jaimee Dorris. I am MS Congeniality. Hello and welcome to MS Congeniality. I'm your host, Jaimee Dorris, and today we are celebrating Thanksgiving with a tour of Mississippi's oldest brewing company. I know, it sounds so historic, but Lazy Magnolia is not even 15 years old yet.
You know this is illegal, right? And she goes, is it?
Owners Mark and Leslie Henderson have quite a story to tell nonetheless. Plus, they are one of the few people I know in coastal Mississippi who own a Tesla, so we're gonna drive it.
There you go, you're self-driving, baby.
After that, we check out what magical recipe Tyler has cooking up for us in the kitchen. Here's a hint, it includes beer.
You just add a little beer up in there.
Then we head over to the Farm to Table Feast in downtown Pastrichan, Mississippi. They blocked the street so 100 people could eat. How fun is that? All that and more coming up next. But first, a word from our title sponsor and today's special guest, Lazy Magnolia. Today's special guests are people I am so thankful to know. They are Mississippi born, Mississippi educated, Mississippi proud. They're progressive, future minded community leaders who put their money and their time where their mouth is. Oh, and they also make great beer. Introducing the one, the only, Mark and Leslie Henderson. Let's go find them. Hello.
Jaimee!
Hey, y'all didn't quite get the memo about the dress.
No, you're the one who didn't get the memo, but that's fine.
You got the hair and I didn't get the memo?
It's okay, we'll go over safety orientation later.
Well, fantastic. You guys, this is Leslie, this is Mark.
Hey guys.
They own Lazy Magnolia. How old is this brewery, by the way?
Well, I'm only 36, so it really can't be that old, right?
15 years.
15 years old.
Almost to the day.
All right, you guys, well, I am looking for a tour. Who's gonna do it?
I'll do it. Let's go. So, I mean, this is the magic of beer, right? So it's not flour. These are all malted barley, right? And every one of these is a different kind of malted barley or wheat, right? And every one has a different flavor. Get it dive all the way in. Head first.
You're excited about this.
Oh, no. And then,
Head first.
Yeah, head first. I mean, deep. Breathe that in, right? And then tell me what you think it smells like.
Let me do it again.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Really? Do you know hops are actually in the same genus as marijuana? So the magic of brewing beer starts here in what we call the mash tun. And what we do is we'll actually pump, we'll take all of those malted barleys we saw downstairs, right? We'll take them through a mill, crunch them to the consistency of grits, mix them with hot water, and 30 minutes later we have pancake syrup. And so we pump it into this vessel, and this vessel is really cool. It's called a lauter tun, and it's actually, it's got a false bottom in it. That is, it's a colander inside of a pot, and we pump the mash in on top of the colander, let the liquid strain through.
Oh, and so that is gonna be beer.
That is going to be beer.
What kind of beer?
Southern Pecan, our number one beer.
Your number one beer.
Yep.
It's
Accounts for about 80% of our sales, right? So the last thing is that since we've got now solids in this, right, between hops and all of that kind of stuff, right, now we pump it into the whirlpool here. We spin the tank around, it cools the sides, all of the solids get sucked up into the middle, and we can pull off the wort, the pre-fermented beer.
Okay.
We pull it off the side.
And then where does it go from there?
The cellar.
Let's see that.
Let's go check it.
Okay.
So you asked,
What are
what
these?
do we do with wort, right? And we pump wort down into the cellar. And what you'll notice is all of these have conical bottoms to them, right? So the bottoms float down. We'll start with a slug of yeast at the bottom. We'll pump in fresh wort. The yeast wake up, right? And they do what yeast do, right? They, woo, right? They have a good time.
Is that what they do?
Oh, yeah. If you look at them under a microscope, you can see them. They go, woo. You know,
And is
what
it all
we
the
do,
same beer or different beer?
everyone's a different beer.
Oh, can
Everyone's
you,
a different batch.
taste any of it?
You want to try it?
Yeah.
It's going to shoot out of there at like lightning velocity. Put your glasses on. Okay, here we go. You ready? Come on.
That's good!
It's good.
Everyone should drink beer like this. Could you not? Can people do that on a tour?
No.
Oh. It's
Now,
just for Miss Congeniality.
for most people, that would be illegal because that would be untaxed beer.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to ask you to spit that out. But beer goes in, bottles go in, and caps go in. And then, so it all comes in, it gets rinsed, it gets filled. Now you'll notice the filling is behind this crazy steel guard, right? That's because we lose bottles on a regular basis. This machine runs at 2 bottles a second. So ticka, 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 and we will run it for 8 hours. We'll put right at 1,000 cases on the floor, 24,000 beers.
All right, I have a few more questions I'd like to ask you. So after the break, we're going to take Mark over in to sit down and have a little discussion about how this whole thing really got
It's been a
started.
pleasure having you for the tour. Cheers.
Do you know Petro? You definitely should. This is Tony Petro. His name is well known in South Mississippi after 30 years in the car business. Now he's bringing his trusted name to the coast. Welcome to Petro Chevrolet and Petro Cadillac in Pascagoula.
Jonathan, we are thrilled to finally be open for business here in coastal Mississippi. We're always focused on the customer first, and that's really what the Petro brand is all about. So visit us online.
And come by and see us here at Petro Chevrolet and Petro Cadillac in Pascagoula.
I don't know about you, but I loved that tour. Thank you so much, Mark, for that. For this Thanksgiving, I just want to say thank you so much for being a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah.
He's been one of my original sponsors.
Back in the beginning.
Yes, back in the beginning. So tell me a little bit about the back at the beginning of your business.
Yeah, no, this is all about her, right? I mean, she comes home one day, and she's a chemical engineer, got a master's degree in bioprocessing, right? She comes home in I think late 2002, maybe early 03, and says, "Hey, look, I want to brew beer for a living." I was like, "Are you nuts?" And she goes, "Is that relevant?"
And then you did?
And so I said, "You know, that's illegal, right?" And she goes, "Is it?" And I'm
It
like,
was illegal?
well, so everybody thought it was illegal because Mississippi was one of the first states to enact prohibition. It goes all the way back to 1907, women's suffrage movement, right? The ability to vote, right? Mississippi enacts prohibition early. And that was actually kind of her point in the whole discussion. And she's like, "So when was it made illegal?" I was like, "Well, it'd been 1907, 1908, whenever that was."
It was
exactly.
illegal to brew beer in
Yeah,
Mississippi.
beer, all alcohol was illegal in the state of Mississippi starting in 1907 or 8.
Wow.
And she goes, "So how illegal is it?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, I mean, that's 100 years ago. What do you think the fine is?" And I was like, "Man, that's pure genius." Because I mean, if it's $10, which would have been a big deal 100 years ago, right? Then
Not a big deal anymore.
Sheriff comes by once a week, picks up his check for $70 and a case of beer, right? and so it's like, all right, fair enough.
Mississippi.
We'll figure it out. And it turns out, long story short, it wasn't illegal. It's just that everybody thought it was illegal.
So there were no places brewing beer
In
in
the state.
Mississippi all the way up until 2002.
No, this would go all the way to 2005.
2005.
So 2003, I'm actually doing all the research, right? I eventually make it up to the head of the Mississippi State Tax Commission, the regulatory authority for beer. Notice that's not the ABC. That's, beer and taxes, right? It's all about the money. And I talked to Ronnie Lynch. Ronnie Lynch is the special guy there, and he goes, "Yeah, you can brew beer." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yep, I'm the guy." And I said, "Ronnie, how come there are no breweries in the state of Mississippi?" This is 2003, and he goes, "I don't know. You're the first person to ever ask."
Wow.
2003, 21st century.
So that is why the oldest brewing company in Mississippi is only 15 years old.
That's right.
Because you had the audacity to ask.
I asked the question.
I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
When you finally get done with this phase in your life and you go to retire,
Yeah.
what is it that you ultimately want to be?
So when that day comes, right, the Mark Henderson Endowment for the Arts is $10 million. And when I get to that point, right, I'm gonna be like, I'm out and I'm gonna go paint. I got a little studio, I like to oil paint.
He's gonna go paint.
And I'm gonna go paint.
Jesse, I have a little something for you. This is my gift to Mark from MS Congeniality. You wanna read it, if you can read my handwriting?
When you're ready, this gift is waiting. Thanks for everything, Jaimee. But I gotta open it up.
You gotta open it up.
All right, let's get in here.
Let's get.
All right, lots of paper, lots of paper, lots of paper. Look at that, right? A couple of canvases. I'll have to do something for you now, right? And brushes and some paints.
Now that's acrylic. I didn't know you wanted to do oil.
You know what?
But you can start on acrylic.
I gotta learn somewhere.
All right. Now, do you have a little gift to give our lucky winner?
I do. For your viewers, right? You know, what we have is we have what we call a porch pack. It involves everything you need to make your porch a wonderful place, right?
Thank you so much for being with us. The information about the giveaway will be on misscon.tv on my website. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for more Miss Congeniality. What are you most thankful for?
I am right now most thankful for the change in the weather. I am not a fan of summer. I love winter because you can only take off so many articles of clothing.
Oh, most thankful for? In this moment in time, just God's grace. I'm just so blessed and grateful for the love and support of my family and my friends and our community.
Look at all the stuff you can get from Coastal Hardware. The secret is out, Jaimee. The best shopping on the Gulf Coast is right here at a hardware store.
We've got lumber, tools and hardware, lawn and garden, plumbing, Neutrina feed, paint, toys, gifts, jewelry, clothes. Don't forget the boots and bird feeders. We are more than a hardware store. Come experience our southern hospitality, Highway 603, The Kennel.
Some giant beer cans, hurricane wreckage,
spaceships.
Where are the rides?
Scientology Church.
It's the Oral Keep Museum of Art. Visit our website at georgeorr.org and become a member of the Mad Potter Society. We promise we won't make you stand on your head.
All right, y'all, so now we are back. We totally switched gears. We're not even at the brewery anymore. We're with Leslie in her Tesla.
My new boyfriend.
Does Mark know that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cool with it.
And they're letting me drive. I've never driven a Tesla. There's not even a dashboard here. Okay, how do I go?
Well, first you have to put on a seatbelt.
Oh, that probably makes good sense. All right.
Number one rule of Tesla, keep the occupants alive. Yeah, and that helps. Okay, so get up to about 25 miles an hour right here.
All right,
and
25.
And then we're gonna double click. All right, there you go. You're self-driving, baby.
I'm going too fast. I feel like I'm going too fast.
Then tell it to only go 35.
Only go 35, car.
Well, I just did with this scroller. See, that's setting the maximum speed. And it's gonna wanna know that you're there, so occasionally give the steering wheel just a little tug. See, apply light force, now you're out. Double click, rear end. It wants to feel that your hand's just hanging there.
So you do need to keep your hand on the wheel, even if you don't.
Yeah, it wants to know that you're engaged and available.
So not only are you, Mark just told us that you are a chemist, you're the brains and the creative juice behind Lazy Magnolia, but you're also a singer. A singer. And if you don't know Leslie, like I know her, she's actually a very introverted person, and so you sing on stage in a band.
The stage is the best place for an introvert. It's a safe space.
All right, well, since you are a singer, I want to hear her sing. Does this thing have like a karaoke machine or something?
You know, it does. Let me find a song that's going to work for me. Let's search for that again.
It has a karaoke machine.
It has a karaoke machine, but this is for passengers only. I had to confirm that I am a passenger before it would let me do this.
Oh, it's so safe.
It is safe. How about this?
Oh, this is so funny.
I love myself. I want you to love me. When I feel down, I want you above me. touch myself. Oh, I don't want anybody else. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
When you retire, you know, we already talked about Mark. He wants to be an artist, right?
Sure.
What do you want to be when you retire?
When I retire?
Yeah.
I mean, I've finally figured out that really what I want to do on a daily basis is make people happy, you know, and I come to work every day saying, okay, my number one job is to keep people safe and alive. Check. Number two job is to make sure they get paid. And then number three is to make sure everybody has a good time. Well, all three of those are about ensuring happiness, right? You can't be happy if you're not
safe,
if you're broken, if you're broken or you're broke. So in some way I want to continue fulfilling that for the world, you know? I think we've made Mississippi a better place, and you know, we haven't done as much as I wanted to do yet. And there are other ways to help make Mississippi and our little world a better place.
Y'all are definitely making Mississippi a better place. Trust me, y'all are doing it. I just love this couple. Y'all are amazing. But we're gonna have to switch gears now. Literally.
Ain't no gears, baby.
And we're going over to Tyler's kitchen, where he's gonna be paying tribute to Lazy Magnolia in a different way.
Yum.
I think it's gonna include some beer. Stay with us.
I don't want anybody else.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
Oh, I don't want anybody else.
When I think about you, I touch myself. I don't know the rest.
Okay. Stay tuned for more MS Congeniality.
All are welcome at the Mockingbird Cafe. We believe in the connectedness of our community, and that has always been our driving force. We've been called the living room of the Bay, but I think we're more like the kitchen table of your favorite auntie. Beautiful meals, business deals, romance, political aspirations, everything goes down here. Homemade biscuits and homemade jam, we have terrific coffee and yoga upstairs. Come see us in Old Town Bay St. Louis.
Let's talk about something that women don't want to talk about, and that is incontinence. We at the Women's Clinic have a simple procedure that we can do to take care of that. We use the Photona laser. It's a simple procedure. You have tightening, you have enhanced lubrication. Sex isn't painful anymore, and you don't have that leakage that you deal with on a daily basis. Come see us at the Women's Clinic in Gulfport. We're right by Gulfport Memorial Hospital.
All right, you guys, and we are back. We are on the set of Tyler TV, our official MS Congeniality cooking star. Tyler, welcome to the show.
Yes,
Happy
thank
Thanksgiving.
you. Happy Thanksgiving, yes.
Yay!
Good day to be thankful.
It is a wonderful day to be thankful, and I want to tell you that I am so thankful for you for, giving MS Congeniality a chance and being one of our wonderful advertisers on the show for the first 13 episodes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So what are you making to celebrate this big day?
We are going to make a plant-based ice cream beer float, and we're going to do that with coconut milk.
We're making ice cream that is healthy?
Yeah.
Yes! I love healthy ice cream.
So everyone that might be missing ice cream because if you think you're giving up dairy, there's still coconut milk to help make that a reality. So let's dive in.
Let's dive in. How does this work?
So to prep it, you want to start with soaking some dates in water because you want the dates to get nice and soft and easy to blend. So when you soak the dates, we're going to take it out and cut the pits out. And Jaimee's going to show you how to cut a pit
of a date.
So you're going to find one solid date pit in there and pop that puppy out.
Okay, so we don't want that in our ice cream.
You don't want that. That's
right.
We don't need that.
So what are we doing with
and
this?
we're throwing that in the blender. And the rest of the dates, let's go ahead and get those in as well. Not too much of the water.
Okay.
And a little splashing around, it happens. But,
right.
And then, what we've been waiting for, the coconut milk. If you haven't had coconut milk, it's delicious stuff. Try it out. If you like coconuts, it's all you need. And then what we have here is some cocoa powder. And cocoa powder is actually great brain food So it's good to have. And not saying like a Hershey's chocolate bar, nothing wrong with Hershey. I mean, there's something wrong with Hershey, but that stuff is great for the brain, so good brain food.
So this is going to be a chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice
All right.
cream, yes.
And then what's this?
This is vanilla extract and maple syrup.
Yum.
Give it a little more flavor.
Woo. Okay.
And then so that's that. And if you have any other fruits that you want to make the flavor of, you can add that. Maybe some cranberries, maybe some pineapples, whatever's good, whatever you like.
Okay, I'm having trouble over here.
All we do is blend it up. And
we're taking off, Tyler.
And that's it. So then the hard part comes.
Well, don't we need an ice cream maker?
We don't need an ice cream maker. We just need a blender and then some patience, because this is where the hard part comes in of freezing it. You just need to let it freeze about 4 hours. So, I mean, it might be good just thought out like that, but it's not ice cream really.
It's not ice cream. So this is what it looks like when it comes out.
Yes.
Right? This looks so good. It's chocolate ice cream that's like eating your veggies. Let's dig in.
Right ahead. And since we're making a beer float, as you see here, we have some Lazy Magnolia beer, some Southern Pecan, which this should go great with. And
have you tried it yet?
I haven't. It's delicious. And I want the world to see my little bar trick. All you do is you pop it on the back end.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, that actually broke, but we're not gonna. It's fine. It's fine.
He's our cooking star, not our bartender.
Past life, past life. And then you just add a little beer up in there, and
what a wonderful way to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Boom. I'm dying to try this.
And a good excuse to drink some beer on TV.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my Lord.
Yes.
This is good. I'm just gonna take this home, man. I have to tell you, not enough people know how wonderful Next Day Nutrition is. Next Day Nutrition is a plant-based meal delivery service. I've been getting it at my house personally for the last couple of months. And I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian. I love the fact that I get all of these wonderful, healthy, plant-based veggies in my diet every single day without even trying. It is a wonderful addition to my diet. So anyways, thank you for what you do. You're awesome.
Yes,
and this is incredible.
I'm glad you're loving it.
Uh-huh.
More things to be thankful for.
Absolutely. Okay. You can find out more about him on nextdaynutrition.net. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, coming up next, we're going to be ending the Thanksgiving episode on a really fun note. Stay with us.
How do I keep a healthy body? Eat my veggies. But really, there's more to it than that. In order to have a healthy body, you need to live a healthy lifestyle. My name is Tyler Cambry, and I have a plan for you to transform your life. Learn more at tylercambry.com.
Welcome to Antonian Salon. I'm Amory Wally, the owner. My mother opened the salon in 1996. My husband works here, my cousin works here, my sister works here, and once you work for us, your family. We are the Gulf Coast go-to glam squad. We do hair, we do nails, we do makeup. We are there for you on your special day. Come see us at Antonian Salon here in Gulfport.
Hey, you guys, we are down here in Pasquishan, Mississippi. The Pasquishan, Mississippi Main Street is putting on this farm-to-table event tonight. It is for 100 people. It's all about celebrating locally sourced and locally prepared food in a fun and al fresco environment. Let's go check it out. What are you making?
I'm making Long Island cheese pumpkin soup. It's got a curry base, a Thai curry base. It's got coconut cream and coriander and lemongrass.
And it looks yummy.
It's going to be yummy. It's going to be hot too. So,
Which is great because it's
which
cold
is
outside.
good, yeah.
Now, this is a farm-to-table deal, right? So does that mean some of these things are locally sourced?
Right. This is from two dog farms in Florida, Mississippi. So
which part of that is?
The pumpkin. So.
The pumpkins are from Mississippi?
Yes.
I didn't know Mississippi grew pumpkins.
You know now.
I've got a pulled Wagyu short rib ragu with a little bit of braised brisket, and it's going to go with a pappardelle pasta and shaved pecorino romano.
I want you to introduce me to the most interesting person you know here at this event, Corey.
Oh, at the event, all right, because Dos Equis came to mind. He was the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, is he here?
So, no, he's not here right now, so we're going to have to go pick out some interesting people.
Let's go see.
All right, let's go.
So what makes y'all the most interesting couple?
We love each other. I'm from London. I'm from London, England.
Okay. And I'm from Arkansas.
And we met. I'm a doctor, and my wife is a nurse, and we met. It's very corny, but we met at work.
My husband and I are celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary this year. 50th.
Okay. What is the secret to being married for 50 years?
Patience.
Everyone take your seats. Please be seated.
So this is tasso deviled egg crispy fried pastry with red pepper aioli.
And say who the chef is.
And the chef is Corey Hudson.
Oh, what is this?
Don't ask. What is this again?
Spinach, sweet potato crumbles, shaved red onions, toasted pecans, Parmesan cheese, and beets with a maple bacon and bourbon vinegar ribs.
And you know, the pumpkins came out of a farm in Mississippi.
Oh, God.
Well, I should hope so.
I love
This
knowing
is really
that. I love
spicy.
that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
made pumpkins
yeah.
in Mississippi. I didn't know that.
Can I have a cracker, please?
Yes.
We have some crackers.
It's a little spicy.
There you go.
Oh, it's spicy. You guys, that's all the time we have for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this Thanksgiving episode of MS Congeniality. Let me remind you, this holiday season, shop local, eat local. It's all about local. If you like my hair, I got it locally. Antonian Salon in Gulfport. Until next time, I am MS Congeniality.
What do they think of Mississippi and how are they wrong? Oh, that's a wonderful question. I think they think we are really slow and backwards, but we're not. We're maybe not the most progressive people, but we're very giving people, and I think that's a wonderful attribute to have. So I think they're wrong about just that we're not smart and intelligent, because we are. We may live in the Deep South, but we care about each other, and we support each other and love each other.